Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a very special episode of the Goodstock Show. We have a very special guest with us, Mr. AJ in the building.
What up, what up? Thanks for having me.
From the 914 Collective. We locked him down. We got him in. We got Fran Jez from Talk About It with Fran Jez.
Talk about it.
We got Mayor Mark from Stockroom Records in the building.
What's good, guys? It feels weird not doing the soundboard.
Yeah, you're fully on today.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the sound.
Relieved.
AJ, my man, what's going on, brother? How you feeling today?
I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah?
Chilling. Yeah. Another, what is it, Thursday? Another Thursday.
Another Thursday. Hell yeah. Let's dive right into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
You took the 914 Collective's Instagram following from 400 to 40,000 organically in under 12 months.
Yes.
Spill the sauce, man. Spill some sauce. Like, what? You don't have to give it all away, but like,
Give it all away.
I'll give it all away, dude. I don't know.
what strategy? Yeah.
There's nothing. I mean, so my social media, I started getting serious about social media in 2020. And it was really just, I was on tour with my band in March. We were going to go to South by Southwest. We all know what happened March 2020. So I turned around. We were in Arkansas, turned around, drove home, pandemic.
Arkansas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good, nice
That's
little
wild.
25-hour ride
Oh, so
home.
you were on tour with your band, Shakeout?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we were going down
hell
to
yeah.
South by Southwest. I spent probably like a good 100 to 120 hours booking that tour. So for it to get cut short like 4 days in was
Damn.
just like, oh man, this sucks.
That's
It was a lot of time spent for like nothing, I guess. And so I turned around, came home, and kind of was just like, I'm not one to sit still. So it was kind of just like, all right, well, what do I do now? And I saw TikTok was like a thing. It was still pretty early. Like not a ton of people were using. Like a lot of people were using TikTok, but not like no one in like our age demographic was really using it yet. And I saw this opportunity to like, there wasn't a lot of guitar players on there, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll just play guitar on TikTok and see if I could like make something of this. And kind of before we were talking like off camera, like I was just really dedicated to it because there was nothing else to do. And I was really bad too. I was like terrible. I like didn't know how to make videos at all. I was just using the TikTok app and like playing guitar and like trying out different ideas. Probably made like 200 videos, and we're talking when like TikTok was easy to grow on because there wasn't a lot of people using TikTok. 200 videos, I probably had 200 followers. Like I was that bad at it. But I learned a ton, and I eventually had like one video that kind of went, and then I kind of just took it, and I'm good at like looking at something and like being like, okay, why did that do well? And then just like, analyzing it and like figuring out what like path is to make something better. And the next 200 videos, I probably had like 25,000 followers.
So it was like, there was one video that was like a viral moment, or it was kind of just analyzing what happened and then seeing how you fix it and moving forward?
Yeah, it was like a mixture of things. I was like just trying to get better. Like I was using it to like 1% better every video. Like, what did I get to make this little thing better? Can I make? And at the time, I was just like I said, I was shooting it inside the TikTok app. Because I didn't know about editing
And you
videos.
weren't doing like any crazy like hooks or like.
I didn't know anything. I didn't like. I was like learning all of that.
So
like,
that's your sauce. That was the sauce.
So
keep
that
doing
was
it.
that was for Shakeout, right? And so
Gotcha.
the page name was under Shakeout NY, which to this day that page has like close to 90,000 TikTok followers, and that's like a wider like rock music audience. It's like not just people in this area, it's like people everywhere just like rock music. And I built that YouTube channel now. It's coming up on about 10,000 subscribers.
Hell yeah.
So that's like was one thing that I started doing. I wanted after I like started learning it, I started just getting into it, and I was like, I like making videos. Like this is fun. I was like, I wonder if I could do it again with like an entirely different audience of people that like don't know my face now. Like it'd have to be like I can't just do more music stuff because like there's now like a little bit built in. So I was like, what could I talk about? And I was like, I could talk about like Yonkers. It was like first thing in my head. I was like, I could talk about like stuff around Yonkers and maybe like Westchester in general. So I started learning about things like the hook and I started figuring that stuff out in that 200 video phase.
Hell yeah.
And so then I was just like, in maybe 2021, I like made a few videos on a TikTok channel and I called it the 914 Collective, which at the time I was running like shows, like punk rock shows at Yonkers, like before the pandemic, and it was under something called the Donk Collective. And it was named
Collective.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and that was named after like because the city's named after like Adrian Vanderdonk, and I just thought it was hilarious that his name was Donk, like an ass. So I just called it the
funny.
Donk Collective. I switched it to 904 Collective because I was like, I think this is like more like,
Dude, it's a hit.
It like
a hit.
it fits more the mold of like the people I'm trying to reach.
Would you say this is one of the best things you've done in your life, being like creating the 914 Collective? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
has it changed your life?
Yeah, in a lot of ways. I mean, I'm still working on a
You're
lot of
kind
things.
of like a local celebrity. People know you.
Yeah, in ways, yeah. It's weird
People
to say
see
that,
you.
but yeah.
Are they like, yo, you're the 914 guy? That's the 914 guy.
Yeah, literally everywhere. Like, like literally everywhere. But yeah, so I mean, it just kind of became this thing where it's like 2021. I maybe made a few goofy videos, and they did like okay on TikTok off the jump. And I didn't take it seriously. And then like the end of 2022, I was like, maybe I should like do something with this. Like it wasn't really the pandemic anymore. Like life was kind of back. I was like, maybe I should like try to build like at the time I was like, I think I just want to open a music venue. So, but like, let me get everyone's attention because I don't have money. Like, it's not like I don't come from money. I don't have money. Like, it's not like I don't have 250 grand to go open a music venue or something. So, yeah. So 2020, end of 2022, I started plotting out some ideas. 2023, I kind of was just like, all right, let me post these also on Instagram. And yeah, then from like 2023 to 2024, January to January, it went from like 400 to 40,000. The secret sauce really like is like, I teach a class on social media content creation, and I've built a bunch of pages now at this point. And they don't always involve my face either. Like, it's not even about that. The secret sauce is really like you have to identify who you are trying to talk to, like who is the ideal person that you want to reach, and that depends on whatever it is that you're trying to create, right? Like, say for you guys, you're trying to build a music studio, so you need to reach musicians in the area is what my immediate thing would go to, right? So you have to create content that those people want to see. So you have to get into the heads of those people, and it really comes down to like the first 1 to 3 seconds, especially with short form, really matters.
Yes.
Like that, if you don't catch someone's curiosity in 1 to 3 seconds, they probably scrolled right past you. And then you just have to tell a short, cohesive story that they'll resonate with. And if you do that, you'll. Do
you strategize your content on like when you're gonna release it, or like have them built up and then schedule them?
I'm terrible at that. It's like I'm still to this day I'm terrible at that. I went really hard in 23 to 24, posting a lot more than I do now, and there's a couple reasons for that. I mean, one was that I was in growth mode. I was like, all right, let me just try to like get this in front of a lot of people, and I also didn't know what was gonna work and what wasn't gonna work. I obviously like I said, like I grew that page to that big in that short amount of time, but like I had already grown a couple pages to 80,000 and like in different things. So it's not like it was like the first thing I had ever done. But yeah, it was just like, honestly, it's like if you put the word Westchester in the first 1 to 3 seconds of the video like there wasn't really anyone else with putting their face to something like that, which is just something I looked and identified, and I just had stories, and then from there I would get a lot of feedback, and from the feedback, it's psychology, right? Like you're trying to reach the people. So when 100 people tell me to talk about something, I know it's something that's probably going to resonate with a lot more than those.
Yeah.
A lot bigger.
People click with that. Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's just like identify what the people you're trying to reach want to see, and then just make the thing they want to see. And then when something works, double down.
That's
like just
it. Double down. That's
down
where
when it
people
works.
mess
Like,
up. That's what we were talking about.
Just do it over and over. I've made the mistake so many times by not doing that. Like I think that some of my stuff could be way bigger if I had doubled down harder on things that work instead of like getting excited about some new idea. Like if I had just freaking doubled down on the thing that worked, I'd probably be way bigger.
That video with Navi freestyle, and that went like mini viral ish for me for Stockroom.
Yeah.
I should have doubled down and like that's the formula.
music, yeah.
Keep going, double down on that formula.
If
Keep putting it out there.
and I still suck at it because some of the things I like that do well, I don't always want to like talk about too much. And like I could have spent this whole month talking about Con Ed, and my page probably would have grew even bigger. You know, like,
I reposted
but it's the reality. Like if I just kept talking about it, it would just keep. Just like also, I'm like, yeah, do I really want to keep talking about this?
Your first car was a hand-me-down 2000 Mitsubishi Montero Sport.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, Nardwar.
Oh, snap.
Do you have any? What's your like wildest story with that car? Does it hold special value to you? Do you have
No,
any-
it's gone. It's long gone. Yeah, it was a hand-me-down. It was not good when I got it, but it worked. It was awesome that I got to use that for a little bit. I have a good story about my buddies and I used to hang out in the Taco Bell parking lot on Central Avenue. Super classic. And we just cause shenanigans in the parking lot. And
Yep.
I
That's
remember
what we
one
used
time.
to do.
Yeah.
Hang out in parking lots in
Yep.
the woods.
Yep.
In the woods. My
Yeah.
man.
Dodge Ferry. Yeah.
Yonkers was known for the Taco Bell, the Dunkin' on Tuckahoe,
Yep.
and then Nathan's on Central.
Yeah, we
Yep.
got two Yonkers guys right here.
Yep. Yeah. So we hang out at the Taco Bell. I have a good story though with that car specifically that comes to mind off the jump. Is like we're hanging out at the Taco Bell on Central Avenue. It's like 15 of us. We don't all fit in this car. So like we're going through the drive-through and
15 in a car is ridiculous.
we didn't all fit in the car, dude. But like, so some of my friends hung off the side of the car, and we went through the drive-through with like people hanging off the side, and I was driving, and my buddy puts his foot on the floor, and I don't realize that I drive right over his foot.
My God.
Oh.
And this is
Break
a
it?
truck.
Did you break his foot?
So at first he goes, and like his face goes shocked. I'm like, "You good?" And he goes, "You just rolled over my foot." And I'm like, "Are you good?" And he's just
he was
like,
good.
he's like, "I think so." and then we get our Taco Bell. Like a half hour later, he's like, "Dude, my foot hurts so bad."
Oh, man.
I think after like a little bit, like the adrenaline kind of rolled up, and I think he's all right though. He's fine. James,
So-
we're still buddies. Shout out James, yo. He's fine. I'll roll over his foot again, maybe with another
AJ,
car.
I'm also trying to get focused, like get my focus better. I know that you've mentioned that your mind moves like 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Not today, just from me doing weird stuff, like knowing I'm on my Nardwar game. Anyway, have you found any techniques or practices that helps you channel your energy? Maybe some bad reality television that you like to watch or anything?
I think, did we talk about this?
I don't think so.
Wait, where was this? Where was this information on the internet? Did I talk about this?
I
with
wonder
you?
what it is.
That's one of your guilty pleasures. Bad reality television, so bad that it's good.
Yeah, kind of. No, I
Name
just
the
I
show,
think
name
I
the
think
show.
it's more that when I go to bed, my fiance and I watch TV to fall asleep, so it has to be something that doesn't really like matter. Like I don't really care about the outcome of it, you know. So I've seen a lot of Catfish. I mean, not even reality, because I've seen a lot of like The Office. I've probably watched that like 10 times. I'm not in order. Like I've seen it in order, but I've also just seen sporadic episodes so many times. Bob's Burgers we watch a lot of. Jersey Shore sometimes.
So bad reality television kind of helps you wind down.
I mean, yeah, it's head to pillow. I ain't making it through an episode. Probably, I'll be asleep before the. I've seen so many episodes of Catfish or whatever, but I still don't remember the ends to the episode. It's a lot of times, so I can just watch it again because I'm like, I don't know what the outcome is here.
Dude,
I didn't make it through the first time.
I'm a little all over the place right here, but let's break it down for a second. How did you find it? Because did you reach out to me to get the stockroom show at Yonkers, or did I reach out to you? I don't really remember.
I don't remember either.
Either way, we connected. I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did. But it's great to like be connected with people such as all the people in this room, doing like-minded things to grow the community of Westchester. Being in the studio, who's doing the same thing as well.
100%.
Yeah, shout out LMC.
Shout out to LMC.
This is awesome.
LMC Media. You guys are a blessing to the community.
Absolutely.
No, it's great to connect with you guys. What are your like future goals with the 914 Collective, and like where do you see this? Where's your vision going?
Yeah. What's the big picture? What's the best case scenario?
To be honest with you, I started it with the intentions of opening a music venue. That was like kind of the initial like thought. But a lot of I definitely like listen to enough like stuff about like listen to the guys like Gary Vee or whatever, right? That'll tell you like you make content and then like you can leverage that content. And I don't think I really understood what that meant until it started happening. And really what that means is that when you get the attention of a group of people, opportunities really do pop up. Like things open up. Like when people see some value in something that you're doing, you know, people are in my emails or in my inbox like every day asking if I could work on them with this or we could do something like this. And a lot of them like I can't get to or I can't. And I think a big part of it is like I've really wanted to figure out how to create the thing that I want to create in a way that makes sense to me. And I've gotten closer and closer as I've worked more. I've jumped out of growth mode. Like I said, like 2023 to 2024 was like growth mode. Yeah. Then I got in front of all the people and I was like, now I got to just like figure out what it is that I want to do with this.
You got the attention. And that's the, that's the value.
First step.
How ambitious are you? You want to get this thing to 100,000 followers. You want to get this thing to...
I don't think the follower count matters.
It's the venue. That's the main goal still.
That was the main goal, and it's still. So I started working with, as you guys know, but I'll say it on camera. Is like I started working with Yonkers Brewing. I saw that as an opportunity when I started working with John and everyone over there. It was like kind of like a part-time, like, hey, can you help us run our social media? But I saw it as like maybe this is like a step towards the music venue thing, and it really like has kind of blossomed to that. Like it kind of became a thing where I just told him pretty straight up, like, this is what I want to really do. And he was like, let's do it. It was like kind of like, let's make it happen. Like
that's amazing.
So
He just, said, okay.
Yeah, it's like, let's try it. So we built stage. We like invested in gear. We're constantly investing in more. We have some stuff that's not announced right now where we are bringing in some like bigger bands. We're starting to work with booking agents. And I want to create a media side of it too. Where like I create some kind of online live session thing. That was the initial goal. And I think now the goal is more that the 914 Collective is going to be a media and events company. It's going to have a kind of a balance between, I think, working with some established local businesses on their media while also creating the media that I want to create. And hopefully being able to like create, YouTube channels and outlets that I can use to make a little bit of money that way. To do something that like brings people together and like gets more attention on this area, because I think that we're overshined sometimes by New York City, but I think there's a lot of great people and a lot of great things happening here. Yeah. So it's that, and then like it's events, but I'd like it to get to like right now I'm doing a lot of small events, like meaning I run 2 to 3 a week at the brewery.
Yeah, you do.
But it's been a good learning process to like figure out like how to scale it and like make it into like larger based events. So like next week we're doing our first St. Patty's Day event, which is involving like the whole block on Main Street in Yonkers, and it's gonna be the Leprechaun, so kind of like a bite off of SantaCon. I got Shillelagh Law, which is like the biggest Irish band in the area, to play. It's gonna be a bar crawl down all the bars, but I want to like get into this point where we're doing like big scale events with music and food, and just locals, like a thing that helps shine on locals. I'm just not interested in going around and like, and no knock to anyone who does this at all. For me, I'm just like, all the videos I've done for the most part have been for free for small businesses. I've never charged anyone. Other than a few of the bigger, more established.
For the talking to 914 people.
I've never charged. Yeah, I've never charged someone for that. Most of the, all of the food videos, I've never like charged someone. In general, I don't even tell them I'm going. To be honest with you, we just kind of just show up and just buy my food and like make a video. For the most part, sometimes I'm invited. Like sometimes they'll give me my meal or something.
You guys got to start charging. Franchise, you too. Start charging.
But I could, and I've been offered plenty of times. But I think that there's just something. I don't know. There's something I don't want to like manage a bunch of different clients and I'd rather like have this like bigger overarching thing, and I think that's what's been. I've left a lot of money on the table to try to figure that out at this point. I guess I really have made very, very little money with the 914 Collective, like very little.
That's the way to do it though. In the beginning, you got to get all these eyes on you. You can't be like. You got to give a couple dollars to get a couple more down the road.
I just want to create something that helps build the community in a way that feels like genuine to me. And I think a part of that is being real and truthful in the things I say. So if someone pays me to say something, then it's like, like even the people that I did videos for that did pay me, which like shout out, thank you to it's like larger businesses.
But you're like doing this because you want to do this.
Yeah, but even those people, like I laid it in the sand, like, it has to make sense for me and you. Like, it has to be real to me and it has to be real to you, too, because it's the only way it actually will perform, too. Yeah. Like, I can't...
It's authentic that way.
Yeah, you can feel the energy.
You're trying to create... Going back to the original question, you're trying to create, like, this... Like, a really legitimate, respected music scene in
Yeah,
Yonkers,
that's big.
At Yonkers Brewery.
Yeah. I mean,
Or just Westchester.
I would love to just bring music to. That's a huge part of it. I think there's more
We're
than
trying to do
music.
that too. That's the same thing we're trying to do. Trying to just make an impact here.
Music.
I mean,
I'm a musician first.
We're doing it.
We're all doing it. Yeah,
It's not gonna go from 0 to a million. It goes 0, 100, like even less than that. But
0, 2,
yeah,
4, 9.
but you gotta start. You gotta start at one. You gotta start at one.
Start it. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no way
no,
around that.
totally. Yeah, I mean, I'm a musician first, like always. So that's what I started doing, and so yeah, it's like that's really important to me. And and I think I've just found other avenues that I didn't know I would get into. I didn't think I would get into food. I didn't think I would get into making media for like local brands and stuff. I didn't know all of that when I started it, and that I just kind of found like, oh, like maybe I'm more than a musician. Maybe I'm actually just like a creative person.
Yeah, dude, and it all just will unfold itself more and more as you keep doing all this stuff. I feel
100%.
like it'll become crystal clear if it's not already the vision and what you have to do to accomplish it.
Yeah, totally.
One more question, and then I'll let you guys ask whatever you need to ask. Have you let the mini fame get to your head at all? Or you got to you got people in your DMs and emails hitting you up all the time. Like, do you let that?
I hope not.
Not get to your head, but like,
I don't think so.
does it stress you out, or like, are things different now a little bit?
No, I don't think so. There's definitely been times where like I've interacted with people in real time and they knew, and maybe my brain, I'm also like ADHD as hell. So sometimes my brain is in like another place and then I interacted with them and then I walked away from the interaction. I was like, did they just think I was a dick? Cause I was like thinking about something else. I don't know if that's ever happened. No one's ever told me, but there's definitely been like those kind of interactions. My fiance definitely sometimes gets where like, we can't go anywhere, man. Like
People recognize you.
yeah, with like yeah. Which is cool. I mean, I love that people are connecting with something that I'm doing. So I am super appreciative of it. And I think I'm the same person.
Cool,
I think
cool.
anyone that has known me for years would say that.
Nah, you're just a guy, bro. Just a guy, man.
I hope that's why
Man
people
guy.
connect with the stuff I make too, because I try to just be a dude from Yonkers making.
I mean, after the
videos.
shows and stuff,
You know, like-
we chop it up. We talk like you're a cool ass dude. You're a regular
Thanks.
guy.
I feel the same
First
about
half
you.
curse that I've said on the show.
I think I said-
we
I
were
think I
good
said-
up until then.
I think I said ass before too.
All right, well,
so now we're at 3.
We could say ass.
Awesome. I wanted to ask, earlier you said it all changed your life. In what ways did it change your life?
I think it's just opened up my eyes. So I went to college. I guess to step back a second, like I went to college for music. I went for music education because I was like, all right, I want to be a musician. I think realistically, I always knew that I was very entrepreneurial and I wanted to do something entrepreneurial, but kind of had, my parents very respectfully wanted me to go to college, which makes sense. Like, they're, hey, get this. And so I was like, I guess the best like backup to that is to be a teacher. And in music at least, like in music, like I guess like what am I?
like the
Because at the
thought process.
time I was like entrepreneurial, but I thought I was like I'm just gonna live in a van and like tour, and that's what I'm gonna do for my life. And I did that, and then the pandemic hit, and I was like, oh shit, like that all changed a little quick. And so I didn't get into this media thing until later, but yeah, I think it changed. I think the media stuff changed my mind on where the entrepreneurial venture was gonna go. Cause yeah, realistically, I was for a couple of years like touring for 4 weeks at a time in a van, sleeping on floors,
Damn.
just doing that thing. Like I've been to 44 states, I've been to Europe, I've been to Canada. Like
You were touring around doing your music thing for a while. I didn't know all like the extent of that.
yeah. I've played guitar in a lot of places, but like I think the pandemic hitting and then me jumping into this stuff actually changed my mind a little bit on where I was going. So that's probably the biggest like
Definitely.
effect and change it's had. It shifted my focus. I'm still a musician. I'll always be a musician. I think I'm just a musician in different ways now than I thought I would have been a couple
Talk
years
about
ago.
it. Congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you.
How
Thank you.
important is she to your work, to your ambition, to your motivation? Does she like what you do? Does she help you out? Is she hands off? Does she hate it?
She's the best. Casey's the best. She's an artist. She's an illustrator. She went to school for illustration.
Nice.
So she does watercolor painting and a lot of illustration. So she's very talented. she's also a sign painter, and so yeah, we're a creative couple, which is scary, I think, because we neither of us picked the steady path.
Right.
But and neither of us have like made it to the point where we make like I don't got health insurance right now. You know?
It's all good. The doctors.
I'm living on the edge right now. You know, I don't got health insurance money. You know. But I think like
I feel that.
no, but she really is like she's the best. Like she puts up with way more than she probably should. Because I like pretty ADHD, pretty all over the place. I'm out doing like I do a lot of things. Like I do my job. I do the 914 Collective. I play in 3 bands. I'm traveling with the bands I'm playing in sometimes still. Out late like a lot of times, like working on different things, whether it's a rehearsal or a recording or some content thing or. I appreciate this being at 3 o'clock because usually this is at 6 o'clock, and then I'm not home until 8, and then it's like, and she's very supportive.
You know what helps with that?
Perfect.
I just got my girlfriend a job that she works from like at nighttime. So now it's like,
Spend all your
So
time
you
in
work
the
there
day.
today. You work. Oh, so what helps
no,
is like,
so it's like, you know, she's kind of tired. She's not gonna give me problems. And like, it's kind of like it's all good. It's you know,
I like
working
that.
around. You got any questions, Mark?
The one question I have for you, AJ, is we kind of talked a little bit after the last Goodstock, which was our band show. Amazing show, by the way.
That's
a good
right.
time.
We'll be back there.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
We'll be back there.
May, right?
Yeah.
May 2nd or May 3rd. One of those days. May 2nd.
Definitely
or May
early
3rd.
May.
Whatever's the
It's a
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's the third.
Goodstock showcase at the Yonkers Brewing Company. And we have more shows coming up. Anyway, ask your question.
But yeah, for sure. You told me a little bit about the vision you have for that specific area in Yonkers in terms of it being like the cultural hub for music and just culture in general. What do you think is going to what is it going to take for that to actually become a reality within, the next couple of years, basically?
Great question.
I think, yeah, it's hard. We were talking about it a little earlier today down at the brewery. It's like, personally, I think that area has so much potential and maybe just needs a little bit of an identity. I think it'll take several businesses being on board and then also the city being on board for that kind of idea. But I think that there's a lot, like doing the thing like the Leprechaun, like I said, next week is like, to me, a step in the right direction, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like getting businesses down there working together to like bring people down for something cool. That includes music. I think it would be really cool if there's like if it was like kind of like a spot where you knew you could go on a Friday and Saturday night and there was like music at every place and it was a little different and you can kind of jump between the
Yonkers,
places.
the new Nashville.
Imagine that.
That would be really cool. I don't know the reality of it happening.
We're here for it. We're here for it.
Yeah, and
I'm
we're
here
just gonna
for
keep
it.
doing our thing and like keep working towards bringing the other businesses seeing if they're interested in. And I think what we've done has drawn a lot of people to that area.
Yeah, for sure.
That have never been there or don't typically go there. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
What's bad about you?
What's bad about me?
No, like we're talking you up. You're great. You're the man.
I'm definitely not the best listener.
But what are some challenges?
Challenges?
Maybe a better worded way of asking what I'm asking.
Flaws, challenges.
Yeah.
maybe
What?
something like that.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a lack of focus, I would say. I that's something I've been really trying to work on.
Dude, I got stuff for you. I've been like dealing with that my whole life, and I've concocted many concoctions, and I got the right supplements and stuff
All right.
to help you lock in. This right here, Magic Mind, Lion's Mane.
You
in
gave me
here.
something like this.
Yeah.
Was it that same thing you gave me?
Yeah, but I got other stuff too. Anyway,
The
carry on.
cold brew.
I digress.
Yeah, you gave me something. Yeah, you gave me something last time, a little magic potion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super focused. I definitely would love to be more focused. I think I could get more accomplished if I was more like regimented. It also leads to disorganization. I'm not the most organized person in the world. So I think I either have to like
Feel that.
get better at that or get to a point where I could hire someone that like
Outsource,
handle it,
100%.
outsource it. Because
Yeah.
I think there is a power to knowing what you're good at and then just like
And then you
Finding
can
the
let your
people around you.
ADHD be
Very
a
true.
complete superpower
Yeah.
and use that for full creativity and everything.
100%.
That's the goal, to get there one day.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's my biggest weakness is my focus. I think there is the superpower aspect of it too, though. I think
Absolutely.
it leads to a lot of my creativity. I'm always thinking about these like new things.
100%.
You and
But
I are similar in
prioritizing-
some ways, AJ. You and
I think any creative person,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Like,
I
Absolutely.
think that's why your relationship is so great, because artists wear their heart on their sleeve. They always express themselves through their art.
Yeah.
So you guys, you bump heads because maybe the time and all the shit, but you guys get along. I think that's why.
I would agree with that. Yeah, totally.
Beautiful.
that's a good point.
Artists, man. That's why that's why we get along in this room.
Absolutely.
We're all artists. We're creatives. We express ourselves. We don't keep it all in. We express.
Totally. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like therapy. We're letting it out.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, man.
I
We're
wanna,
tapping
one
into
thing
our
I
inner
want to
child.
get into more with maybe the people in the room here too is like real film, like some short films, and like sending a message with those short films or skits or
That's
whatever.
100% what I
Getting
wanna do.
creative in that aspect. Anyways, I think we're on a time limit here, and
All right, let's
I
wrap
don't
it
want
up
to
with
leave.
a nice question.
I don't want to leave you guys.
AJ, besides the business, what's your overall life goals?
To bring people together for something positive.
Music.
I do, yeah. I mean, like music, sure, but I think just bringing people together is cool. I like bringing people together in a positive way, whether that's in person, whether that's on the internet, whether that's just bringing people together for
Yeah, you got a
something
knack
that-
for that, for trying to get events together and things together and bring the people under one roof. That's what you're good at, like very good at, and it's inspirational.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Strong
man.
finish.
All right, before we leave, before we log off, because I know they're gonna kick us out of here, this beautiful studio soon. Shout out to LMC Media. If you were to leave Earth, what would you leave the people with? One last message, just to tell a young kid or whoever.
Eat pizza. It's the best food you could ever eat.
There you go.
Let's go to Sal's.
Let's go to South. Right across the street.
Good Sicilian slice
Oh,
salad. right?
phenomenal. Actually, that's a great idea.
Amazing. Eat pizza.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the goal. Eat pizza. Eat
That's
more
the
pizza.
goal.
Yes.
Eat more pizza.
AJ, my brother, thank you
Thank you.
for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
AJ.
Josh.
And Jez, put it right there. buddy.
Absolutely. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you.
This was amazing. Everybody wants to know about you. They see you online. They see you in person. Now they get to know a
Yeah,
little
you
bit
get to
more.
tap
This was
into-
beautiful. 100% beautiful.
Appreciate you
Absolutely.
guys.
Thank you
We'll
for
do the
coming by.
we got to do the reverse now at some point.
Absolutely.
So I get
Oh,
to be
yeah.
the one asking you guys the
There
questions.
you go. Let's
100%,
party.
man. Let's party, baby. That's it. Speaking of parties, we got a lot of stuff to get to tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for watching the Goodstock Show. LMC Media, you guys are amazing. Fran Jez, Mayor Mark, AJ, the 914 Collective. Peace.
Peace and love.
Good
Peace and
stuff.
love.